Hi everyone, today I have a new video on ECDIS for you, and in today's video I am going to be talking about the Scamin function of the ECDIS. Please watch the video till the end because I will show you how to go into the ECDIS and activate or deactivate this function. Before I show you that, let me tell you what the Scamin function is all about. So Scamin also stands for scale minimum. So scale minimum, an acronym or a short form of scale minimum, is the Scamin function. What is this used for? Let's see. Now the Scamin function or the Scamin value of an object determines the display scale below which the object is no longer visible on the ECDIS. So the basic use of the Scamin function is to reduce the amount of clutter displayed to the ECDIS user. So if you have a lot of information there on your screens, that is a clutter of information, and that might lead to the navigator missing out on important information. So what the Scamin does is that it reduces the amount of clutter. So the minimum scale at which the object may be used for ECDIS presentation. Alright, so the Scamin value of an object determines the display scale below which the object is no longer visible on ECDIS. Now let me show you what I mean. Now you can see here I've highlighted a couple of boys, and this is a channel and you can see a couple of boys. I mean, of course you can see a lot of boys. I have encircled a couple of boys. Now what I want to show you here is, let's say the electronic navigation chart makers, they have defined a Scamin and a Scamax scale of ANC. So Scamin is a minimum scale and Scamax is a maximum scale of the electronic navigation chart at which this boy is visible to you on the electronic navigation chart. So you have a few, of course you have a lot of boys here. Let's say they have been defined for a particular minimum scale and maximum scale. And let's say this minimum scale set by the electronic navigation chart maker is 1:50,000. Now if you zoom the ANC scale to less than 1:50,000, you would not be able to see the boy. The boy will only be able to see at the scale of 1:50,000 or more. So likewise, there could be so many other features like pipelines, anchor cables, sounding marks, sounding contours, for which the electronic navigation chart makers have defined a minimum and maximum scale for its visibility. So if you understand this particular function of the Scamin, then you will be able to answer the orals question in the exam. So what is the correct way of using the Scamin? Now during the passage planning stage, make sure that you do not miss out on any of the features such as important buoys, recons, position markers, something that is safe for navigation, as you don't want to run over these markers. So during the planning stage, make sure you keep the scamming function off. However, when you're navigating, make sure you keep the scamming function on to declutter the ECDIS screen. Alright, however, if you need to go away from the intended route for any reason, you must turn off the Scamin to review the area. Alright, so now let me show you how to go into the ECDIS and select or deselect the Scamin function. Now if you have to choose the Scamin function, go into View, go into Themes, and in Themes go into Options. And if you go into Options, you can see right at the bottom there you have Scale Minimum function. That is the Scamin function. Now if you keep the scamming setting to off, irrespective of how much you zoom in or zoom out, none of the essential navigation features will disappear. That is why you keep this function off when you're navigating, but you keep it on when you're planning the passage. Now remember, the objects disappear when you set the scamming function on is because they are making way for more important objects particular for that scale. So that is why you have to choose the right scale of the electronic navigation chart depending on the area in which you are navigating. Whether you are navigating in coastal features or coastal land, or if you are navigating in open sea, remember to choose the right scale to display the essential information.